Izuru is twiddling his thumbs like a fiend. Only fiends twiddle their thumbs. Nobody does that. Only fiends do that. When have you ever twiddled your thumbs? Riddle me that. Riddle me this. We don't love thumb twiddlers. I really don't have anything against thumb twiddlers, but like, if I'm gonna start a beef, I'm gonna follow through with it. Don't you dare twiddle your thumbs on my watch, or I'm gonna kick you in the face. Good day, good. Finding the. Ooh. Wednesday. Year of the Radiance, Toon Link Dave, I hope it's the Year of the Radiance at this point. Bravo, Anomaly and Omakar's Funomi is the man who's getting shivers down his spine whenever some shenanigans like these happen. But to most, I'm the United States Saver. Welcome back to another fantastic episode. A Star Rail episode. Right? Yeah? Yeah. Of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Ladies and gentlemen, we have started Honkai Star Rail. I've played a lot more of it since we got the first impression stream over on Twitch by Twitch AV, but I've gotten to know a lot of these characters now. And so I think we're at the point where I'm like, oh, you know what, let's just go through, let's pair up some of these Star Rail characters, and let's see just how they compete with two Danganronpa characters who they might vibe with a little bit, or at least share a little something in common with. Let me tell you who we've got. First and foremost, I had to include both of our champion of champions, our co-champions in this episode, so Kole will be replacing one of the Danganronpa characters. Well, who is she paired up with? You're about to find out, because Team Salmon, which is honestly fitting, featuring Monokuma, Pom Pom, and Usami. We love Pom Pom. Big ol' ears, I'll tell you what. As we go on, we see Team Mantis has Arlen here with Kazuichi and Nagisa. Kazuichi, you know, they both, you know, all three of them both, let's just keep on keeping on. Team T-Rex sees Asta, as well as Kaede and Kurumi. All of them, you know, well, I guess Kurumi more so in charge. Kaede sort of took a leadership role while she was in Danganronpa. And then Asta, she's in charge, she's just in charge as well. Team Ox sees Himiko, and Mahiru. Now, they're not all just here because they're redheads. That's like 70% of why they're here. But like, I can see a little bit of Mahiru carrying aura when it comes to Himiko. I'm sorry, Mahiru and Himiko. With Himiko, I mean, they basically got the same name. How can I not put them in a district together? Speaking of, Team Phoenix, Branya, Kyoko, and Peko. All three of them doing what they must in their positions, no matter how hard it may seem, but not afraid to stand up to the charge when things seem wrong. Team Tiger, a bunch of beings. Clara, of course we had to put a robot here, so Kibo's there. I promise Kibo it's not robophobic. And Gota, because they're both beings. I think all three of these, this is the bean squad here, not for nothing. As we go on to less than, well, I mean, still kind of bean, but then like, a troublemaker too, we got Hook. And y'all have been really fond of Hook, I've seen and I've heard. And Hook is here with Crazy Yoko and Kokichi because, you know, Hook's a little bit of a rascal. I'm not gonna lie, but lovable goof of a rascal like Kokichi. Maybe less like Hiyoko, but you know what? If we couldn't say Hiyoko had rascal energy, I don't know who we could say has rascal energy. Team Dragon sees Danhyun with Izioi and Izuru. All generally composed, but I'll tell you what, very powerful people, because my man's Dan, I'll tell you what, Don, he is great. He is fantastic. He's hitting crits left and right for me. He is a beautiful son of a gun. We'll go on. I stand Dan. I stand Don. Team Lobster. We got March the 7th. Very bubbly personality like Sonya and Katoka, and you know, you gotta stick the pink with the pink, you know? And then Sonya's here because Ibuki was originally here, and I think they might be a better fit. But Ibuki is in this episode, she's just further down because, you know, there's another fit that also goes pretty well with Ibuki as we go on to Team Wasp. We have, I'll also be frank, my guy, well, don't have him, but I love him. I just started playing the second, can we even call it a planet? Kind of, sort of. Where Welt is, I'll tell you what, I do love Welt. He's a real one. I just enjoy his character. Not completely through that yet, but I enjoy Welt. With Munakata and Hizakura. Next up, Team Whale. We've got Seele. With Sakura and Tinko. All, you know, fighters, but fighters for what they believe in. And they ain't gonna take none from the other side. In Tinko's case, degenerate males. In Seele's case, the above grounders. But it is what it is, and Sakura's here too. Team Bunny. We see Servo with Mew and Ibuki. She's great at tinkering like Mew, and then she's a rock star like Ibuki. And I was like, okay, well I think I gotta stick Ibuki here. Also, I use Servo, or I kind of have used her less recently. But if there comes a point, and I know there will come a point, where I'm gonna need like a second team, she's on that team for me. Team Kitten. And I'll be completely honest with you, I know nothing about Bailu, but she is my second 5-star. And she's healing like the Dickens. I'll tell you what, she's great. Not for nothing. Wouldn't mind having another, like, constellation. I don't actually know what all the terminology is yet, but I'll tell you what, Bailu's great. Here with Mikon and Ruruka. Team Scorpion Sea is my man Sampa. With Hero and Leon. Team I don't need to explain that district, guys. I really don't. Team Tortoise. There we go. Tortoise. We got Kole, co-champion. With Su Shang, who I honestly just came into contact with, protecting civilians, but you know, always ready for a fight just like Akane is. And last but not least, we have Team Mammoth, and I'll tell you what, I know very little about Yang Qing. But I will tell you, seems a little bit overzealous, headstrong, maybe like Masaru, maybe like Juzo. I'm not sure how much that is gonna fit, but I do. That's my first 5-star. If y'all watch the stream, that's what I pulled. That is who Twitch AV pulled indeed. And make your picks. First of all, what team are you rocking in Star Rail? If you're playing Star Rail, do you have the phone storage space for Star Rail for real? It's a good game. I do encourage it. Fair enough. Surely do. However, tell me, of these characters, you might not know them at all, which one do you think just seems the coolest? Which one do you like? Oh, I kind of like that character. That's pretty dope right there. And then, of course, pick first, second, third. Because, and I think I have not been saying this. I usually don't say it during finale time because we want to, like, get through the finale. But I don't think I said it yesterday. But it is true. Your comments are important like this one, that one, and like this one right here. But shall we get on to the... not quite yet. As much as I am ready to say, hey, let's start this bad boy, we do have to do this. You guys once again voted for nominations for the Hall of Fame. So today, I will be revealing your tag team selection for the Hall of Fame. Now, there were a lot of picks, but I'll tell you, this one was an overwhelming majority. Not like Kokichi yesterday, it was very close. This one, I think 44 or 43% of you heartily agreed that this trio deserved to be in the first class of Hall of Famers. You know them, you love them, I manage them. Band-Aid, Ibuki, Seiko, Mikon. Through their trials and tribulations, managed by a jinx but found glory so many times together. They are now inducted in the first class of the Danganronpa Hunger Games Hall of Fame. Which is coming not this Sunday, but next Sunday, because I forgot I'm out of town this Sunday. So get excited for it. Next week we'll have, I guess I'll reveal the OC picks that you guys had, the OC pick that you guys had, and then that Friday I guess we'll reveal the moments, and then we'll be all set for the Hall of Fame. That being said, I think it's time we just get this show on the road. We don't have anything else to announce. We could do an Inferno announcement. We'll do it at the end. We'll do it at the end. What did Thursday V announce yesterday? It is what it is. Regardless, let's get ready because let's just get the show on the road, right? We got all these teams. I actually don't know how many people are in this episode, but we're about to find out the hard way, are we? Start round one, baby. And as it all begins, it is round one. And the Hornbearers with newly inducted Miss Monica. After yesterday, if you haven't seen, spoilers, why don't you, sound the horns. Hornbearers, how do you enjoy Monica? Is she alright? Is she causing you trouble? Tell me if she's causing you trouble. I'll shake my fist at her, I'll tell you what. Anywho, let's get the show on the road. Now let me also zoom in one more time for you guys. As Kotoko's being adorable as always, Nagisa knocks out Kurumi in a fist fight, puts a death collar on her. Kaede kills Himiko before Himiko can react. There's nothing Himiko can do. Leon has found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Izuru is twiddling his thumbs like a fiend. Only fiends twiddle their thumbs. Nobody does that. Only fiends do that. What have you ever twiddled your thumbs? Riddle me that. Riddle me this. We don't love thumb twiddlers. I really don't have anything against thumb twiddlers, but like, if I'm gonna start a beef, I'm gonna follow through with it. Don't you dare twiddle your thumbs on my watch, or I'm gonna kick you in the face. Leon's found a table. Zero twiddles. He's twiddling, right. Juzo feels like Masaru is slowing him down and then eliminates Masaru. Oh my. Sonya puts a death collar on Bronya while she's asleep. Crazy Echo finds a belt of Pokeballs. Who knows what could be inside of those? My goodness. Hook hopes to get everyone out of here. Ruka tries to get out of the others to notice her. Oh my goodness. Izuoi finds a table as well. Kizakura gives Welt various things that he's found. Welt builds stuff out of it. It's soothing watching Welt make all these neat contraptions. Kazuichi formally invites Sushang to his harem. She, surprisingly, by the way, graciously accepts. Who would have thunk? Sushang. Munakata and Welt get into an argument over who should be in charge. Mew tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome. Kyoko finds some other scrap. She's now a cave woman. Mikan somehow finds a suit of medieval armor, puts it on, gleams with a dazzling shine. Asta steals Mew's tank while she's asleep. Arlen finds my climate change remote. Very dangerous. March 7th eats something she shouldn't have and dies of horrible stomach pains. If there was ever a March way to go, it's probably following a butterfly, but like, that's second. Usabe uses a mysterious gas to knock out Sonya and Pom Pom. Death collars on them. Tinko sizes those muscles. Hero accepts his shadow as hero and gains the power of Persona. The Archon seemed great potential in Yang Qing. Grant him a cryovision. I mean, that's pretty accurate, you know? If I'm being completely honest. Clara ambushes Bailu and slaughters her. Not the beans on being violent. You hate to see it. Kokichi sees Team Salamanders, a bunch of chumps ready to be milked. A mischief of rats runs up to Pekko, who lovingly embraces them. Gonta finds a slingshot, big man, tiny slingshot. Well, ask Kizakura if he's found anything useful. A well-placed shot by Gonta with a slingshot dazes Kolei, our champion. Sele challenges Sonya to a duel. Sonya bites the dust. Pom Pom attempts to kill Kurumi, but Asta intervenes just in time. Asta had to kill Pom Pom to protect Kurumi's life. Monokuma tries to kill Mikan, but Mikan's knight armor diverts the blow. Himiko starts sobbing uncontrollably. Kurumi is ready to defend her friends. Serval can't take her eyes off of Mew. Kiba wants this to be over already. Mahiru is really worried about Himiko. Oh. See, look at that. Classic worrying. Sakura knocks out Asta in a fist fight. Death collars on her. Sushang relentlessly kills Sele in the name of Kazuichi. This pimp Sushang relationship is already paying off, apparently. Dan Hyung is determined to survive this. Ibuki found a table. Hopefully, there's a lot of tables in play already. Sampo tries to keep trying to tell a joke, but it always falls flat. That's you know what? That is Sampo. To a T. Akane starts sobbing uncontrollably, and Bronya tries to rip off the death collar, but it did no damage. We have seven gone. It's literally right there. I was out here like, oh, that's 7 people. There's a 7 on the screen. But you know what's not on the screen? Me. sobbing for the folks that we lost, for the 7 that we lost. It's indeed a Clair de Lune 4. Himiko. Masaru. March 7th. Bailu. Sonia. Pom Pom. Sele. Not a great day for Star Rail. They have the least competitors. Oops, almost dropped my water bottle. They have the least competitors, and I'll tell you what, they already have 4 of them gone. However, this is Orteal. We can see revivals, we can see all sorts of shenanigans. Will those shenanigans happen? There's only one way to find out, and that is to go on, that is to proceed, and that is to see. A lot of people, oh my gosh, goodness gracious. Sampo thinks about what he did to end up here. He's gonna be thinking nothing in a moment. Don Hyung picks up whatever looks neat and cool in various places, eh? Leon fails to grasp the gravity situation. Kibo finds a handgun with just enough bullets to prove to be useful. Kyoko spots something shiny in the distance. Well, wonders if he should build a machine that makes Yakiniku. Of course you should. Kizakura has been hot on Sampo's trail for days now. Sampo thinks that he's gotten away, and he usually does, but not this time because Kizakura has deduced his location and delivered the final blow. Kole snaps out of it. Izue sets up his table for grabbing Ruka in a headlock. He says, "This is for Danganronpa 3. Slams her through a table. Mahiru recalls something about Himiko, sobs quietly. Katoko draws a demon summoning circle on the ground, you know, for fun. Oh my gosh. Yang Ching summons a massive spear of ice, impaling Asta. My gosh. Akane's got a dimensional scythe. Yikes. Bronya is proud to leave Team Phoenix. Monokuma accepts the shadow as Monokuma gains the power of Persona. Miu is thinking plans to get out of here. Serval she finds a dapper suit. It's quite fetching. Kaide does something really cute. Hiro summons their Persona, uses Garu, the Sudden Gust to win Dazes Peko Sushang. Murders Hook before Crazy Hook can do anything. There's nothing she could do. Nothing. How could you? Not a little Hook. Juzo's got a table. The Archon should see great potential in Azuru. He's got a Dendro vision. Something inside of Kokichi drives him to fight for what he believes in. He feels heroic. Ibuki sets up her table, grabbing Kyoko by the throat, choke slamming Kyoko right through the table as Kazuichi places a new feather on his pen pad. Tenko sets down a trap. Crazy Yoko gets mauled by wild animals. Arlen is ready for spring. Ready to garden, change the arena, climate change remote all the way back to April, prepare for pollen. Mikan ambushes Tenko and Sakura, slaughtering them both. Oh, we've seen terrible things happen in autumn. I'm sorry, in April. We've seen some terrible things happen in autumn too, but spring, uh-oh. Munakata pushes Sushang into a blooming rose bush. The thorns seem endless and are enough to kill Sushang. I'm a big not fan of that one. Himiko puts a death cloud on Clara. Luckily, she won't have to stay alive too long to see it used. A vicious tiger charges Gonta, who surprisingly just shakes his paw and rides him to the arena. Usami is feeling defeated after losing her teammates. Lonely, in fact. Perhaps Usami is let him in. He's really gone. Where is he? Usually this is where all the creepy music would be playing, but we have to find him. Right. Nagisa and Kazuichi frolic through the flowers. Kurumi plants seedlings in her garden and then has to murder a child. Clara's dead. We are down another 10. And it's spring, so we know what shenanigans might transpire. But for now, it is indeed a Clair de Lune 4. Sampo, Ruruka, Asta, Hook, Kyoko, Crazy Hyoko, Tenko, Sakura, Sushang, Clara. Sushang! I really want Sushang, I really do. I don't even know if Sushang's any good, but Sushang has a fun name. And sometimes that's all it takes. We still got 30 people left, let's go ahead. To the next round, round 3. We do now see spring is in play. Will we see those big events that knock out like 6 people at a time? No, we don't. But Kolei's allergies get so bad she's sick and has to leave the game. Oh, the poor bean. Yang Chen accepts his shadow as Yang Chen. Or Ching, rather, Yang Ching. Gains a power persona. Peko. Using Basir's ass knocks out Mikan and Usami. There's a lot of persona going on down there. Miu tries to build another tank, doesn't work. A well-placed shot by Gonta with his slingshot still out here slingshotting left and right. Bronya is now dazed. Karumi! I looked at it, I was like, oh, no, not yet, no. We will prolong that. Karumi really wishes he didn't have to kill anyone. Huh, shocking. You know what? I feel like that's true. Munakata accepts the shadows Munakata gains the power of Persona. Kotoko does the exact same. Persona's on her side. Serval feels like jamming out. She's been led to my soundboard. Wait. I need that. But Serval. Anyway, Gunta thanks Kibo for being there for him. Welt and Kaede harvest honey together. Surprisingly, nothing goes wrong. Something's about to go wrong when these guys try and get some honey. Dark Knight just rolls around. Oh my gosh. I told y'all. Spring. Swirls around Sakura's body. She's now back as a ghost. Kibo aims his handgun in the distance. Kizakura, Monokuma, Mahiru, Nagisa, Izuyoi, and Danhyung devise a plan to get honey from a massive beehive. However, the bees fight them for hours in an all-out war. Inevitably, the bees prevail, but at what cost? These 6 folks' lives. That's the cost, and we were about to see some more people perish. Hiro really hopes he doesn't have to harm anybody. At this point, it doesn't look like he may have to. Juzo finds Pokeballs. Kokichi scans the area for enemies lurking about. Nuclear waste has Sonya come back as a zombie. Akane grows a massive carnivorous plant which promptly feasts upon Welt, Karumi, Kazuichi, Kaede, and Yang Ching. Arlen's still alive though, impressive. And he's got Genocide Jack's scissors. Zuru causes blooms in the pond. Akane and Mikan are fighting and the blooms explode, killing them both. Wow, we lost a lot of people. Leon finds a little bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. Ibuki finds an axe, upping her chance of survival somewhat. Usami ominously carries around a lantern. Let him in. We gotta find him. Himiko has a blank expression and she's unresponsive to what's going on. We have 17 left. We had 31 a moment ago, and now, goodness gracious, we lost nearly half. In fact, we might have lost, yeah, just nearly half. Nobody came back to life, but we do have a ghost, we do have a zombie, and we do have a Claire de Lune. 4. Kole, Kizakura, Monokuma, Mahiru, Nagisa, Izuyoi, Danhyung, Welt, Karumi, Kazuichi, Kaede, Yang Ching, Akane, Mikan. 17 remain. Who will come out on top of this one? I'm unsure. I am unsure. We could see everybody's statuses real quick just for the heck of it. All of this team's still in. Good on y'all. Good. In fact, 2 first-class Hall of Famers. Serval has a pretty dope team. March is gone, but both of her teammates do remain. Kokichi still hanging in there. Himiko surprisingly hanging in there, stronger than her partners who have had history in these games. Arlen as well. Good on him. As we keep on keeping on, Juzo's carrying on for Team Mammoth. Hiro and Leon carrying on for Poor Sampo. Sakura King carrying on for Team Whale. Munakata for Team Wasp. Usami for Team Salmon. Azuru for Team Dragon. Gonta and Kibo carrying on for Clara. And Team Phoenix still sees Bronya and Peko. 17 remain. We'll get to your saving grace picture top 10 now. It's still spring, so it's very much possible. Next round, oh, we saw some gold in there. We saw a flash of gold, and we saw a flash of green. Let's see what those things are. Arlen cleans the blood off of his scissors at the start of round 4. Azuru is looking out only for himself. Leon flaunts his bikini around, making Gabuki absolutely jealous. Oh my gosh. Himiko snaps out of it. Excellent. Sonya. His body continues to decompose. I forgot she's a zombie. That's right. Hiro seems to find Leon's presence soothing. Ibuki is ready to use her axe if she has to. Juzo sends out a Pokeball. Out comes Abra, just teleported away. How sad. Gonta walks into a very strange machine. His molecules got all rearranged and now he's got ghost power. Serval presses a button on my soundboard and plays Samurai Woman, but you know what? I'll allow it. Kibo and Gonta's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit. Munakata looks up at a mistletoe hanging above on a tree. Peko comes back to her senses. Kotoko uses her persona, summons, and uses Zio, leaving Hiro shocked and dazed. Sakura plays around with her incorporeal body, passing through various things to pass the time. Mew can't help but admire her own genius mind. Bronya knocks Arlen out in a fistfight to put a death collar on him. I feel like Bronya and Arlen have just been brawling. They just been fighting this game. Usami tries to rip the duck collar off, did no damage, and Kokichi surrounded by villains, but manages to turn the table on all of them. Kokichi the hero takes out Ibuki, Kotoko, and Kibo. And just like that, that's the only thing we lost this round, bringing us to 14, so real quick. Claire de Lune 4. Ibuki, Kotoko, Kibo. And with that, we get closer and closer. Remember, the top 2 who are not already going on to the Season 14 premiere in this preseason episode will go on to that premiere. Who will they be? I mean, we're gonna have to find out. We're gonna find out soon, too. It's almost time for your saving grace picks. We only need to lose 4 more people. Will we lose them, though? Oh, we might. Oh, we might. We lost 2. Oh, oogie spooky. Oh, we also have somebody coming back, so less oogie spooky. Mew finds a heaping stack of pancakes. That ought to last the whole game. Kole gets... It's finally happened! This is a rare thing that could happen in the simulator. Remember how Kole got sick and was forced to leave the game? She got over her illness, and it's so beautiful that it happened to Kole. Oh my gosh. Kole gets over her illness and has the strength to return to the game. You love to see it. Good job, Kole. Oh, that actually makes me really happy. Hiro knocks out Peko in a fistfight. Death collar on her. Leon fills up his bikini with gravel, uses it as an object to kill Mew. Good luck solving that. Sonia dangles her withered limb. Oh my, there's so much orange. Withered limbs around, fiddling with them. Sakura has found the corpse of Monokuma. Possesses it? It's like she was a traitor all along. Gonta sticks his pet tiger on Himiko. Himiko gets multi-laces. The Archon great potential in Juzo. He's got a pyro vision. Serval uses the soundboard to play Dire Dire Docks. Most excellent. Peko hears the soothing music and goes to sleep. Unfortunately, she never wakes up. Azuru summons a massive vine with thorns around Arlen, bleeding him dry. Kokichi knocks out Juzo in a fistfight. I don't know how you did that, Kokichi. You must have cheated by hitting him in the nuts first. And then Usami attacks Gonta relentlessly unhinged to a bloody pulp. My gosh, Usami tries to kill Munakata, but the mistletoe shines and the 2 kiss and make up. And lastly, Mikan is also back as a ghost. While we would be in our top 10, we had 2 people, or I guess 1 person, get revived. And, no, 2 technically, because Kole came back. Which means, technically, it's still not the last Claire de Lune of the episode for Mew, Sakura, Himiko, Peko, Arlen, Gonta. Is Kole about to pop off again? Is Kole about to pop off again? I kind of hope she does. Hey, somehow, someway, both of our champions got out, and now they're both back in, and that's also something we need to take note of. They're strong champions, but it's still time to proceed. 1 more gun outside of revivals until you're saving race picks. Do you need them? You might need them, because a lot of people are out. We have to do a pretty big game. As we go on, nobody's dead here. Bronya uses Mysterious Ass to knock out Serval and Munakata death collars on the both of them. Serval acts cool in her dapper suit. You're dang right she does. Azuru wraps vines around Munakata, tying up his whole body. He's now trapped. But Leon feels so sorry immediately and frees him from the trap. And then they take a nap, and Kokichi puts a death collar on Leon while he's asleep. Monokuma, goodness gracious, levels up. His persona levels up, upgrading Bufu to Bufala. Hiro comes back to his senses. Sonia is still a zombie. Usami does her best to avoid Monokuma. Munakata can't wait to kill again. And the best way to avoid Monokuma is to be dead, because Mikan kills Usami through ghastly means, and Juzo sets the forest ablaze, catching Leon, Kokichi, and Serval in the flames. Just like that, we're down to 7. I think we really only have 1 more. I think we're down to, just 1 Star Rail character, and it's Bronya. Is it Team Bronya? I don't know, but we'll have to go ahead and hit a nice little, potentially the last Claire de Lune of the episode, unless we see a bunch of revivals for. Usami, Leon, Kokichi, Serval. Well, I'm not gonna belabor this. Let's make them. 7 folks and 3 saving grace picks. At the top, we see Mikan, not technically alive. She's a ghost, but she could possess anybody in this game. Will she do that? Well, we'll see. We'll wait and see. We will indeed wait and see. As we scroll onward and upward, we see Hiro still holding on hope. Still holding on to hope. He could come out and win this one for Team Scorpion. Team Phoenix. 2 perished people who have held titles in the past calendar year, actually. But Bronya wants to do it for herself. Bronya wants to win this game and go on and be like, I'm the champion now. I'm the champion now. Team Lobster, they're all gone, but Sonya's there as a zombie, so I guess that's pretty cool. Azuru is still in. Is he going to be forsaken? Or will this be his time to shine? Could he get into the Season 14 premiere? Team Mammoth Juzo. He's got Pokeballs, one of the strongest items in these games. And now he's got 4 KOs to his side, so you know what? One of them was his teammate, but that is a valid strategy in these games, so who am I to judge? Team Salamander, they're all gone. But Team Tortoise has Kole, who was sick, came back. Still a little sick apparently, but you know what? She's over the majority of her illness as we keep on keeping on. We have Monokuma, who's possessed, but still alive. Can Monokuma do it? That's crazy. We also do have Munakata. Will it be Munakata or Team Wasp? I don't know. Make your saving grace picks. We got 7 people left. I'm gonna make mine as well. For first, I'm gonna take Munakata, surprisingly. Hakuna Matata? Munakata. Absolutely. For second, I'm gonna say it's gonna be the zombie victory. I think Sonya's gonna get that zombie victory. And for third, I don't know what it is. I just felt like Serval was gonna somehow get to win this entire game. So I think Mikan's gonna come back and she's gonna possess Serval, and somehow that's gonna be the game. Those are my picks. Are they long shot picks? Yeah, most of them except for Juzo. I think Juzo's just a safe pick. But let's see how this all plays out, because we got 7 left, and they're all going strong. Their hearts beating, racing, with the same pulse, the same fate, perhaps even the same intensity as that of a samurai woman. Let's do it. It is your final 7. Let's see who wins this one. And we see it will not be my pick because Juzo is gone. The safe pick dies next round. Azuru ambushes Hero, slaughters him. Bronya comes back to her senses. Sonya dangles around her rotting limbs. Monokuma summons his persona, uses Bufala, freezing Juzo solid. Mikan misses being able to dinner. Kole puts a duck on Azuru while he's sleeping. Munakata smiles warmly under the Christmas breeze. And we do need to realize here for a second. Both of our champions are here in the final the final 5. Outside of revivals, it is a battle between Azuru, it's a battle between Bronya, and it is a battle between Munakata. Whichever one of them perishes next, if there's no revivals, the other 2 go on to that premiere. That's the big picture here. That is indeed the big picture. But we talk about big picture all the time. We're talking about a terrible turnabout for Hero, Juzo. And once again, the top 2 who are not already in the premiere go on to the premiere. Kole came back from being sick. She's already in the premiere. Monokuma, clearly she's co-champion. The other co-champion is still here. We could have the co-champion versus the co-champion at the end of this one to prove dominance. I think that would be kind of hype. I really do think that would be kind of hype. But standing in their way, Bronya, Azuru, and Munakata. And the 5 of them, those 3, including Monokuma and Kole, are all caught in what we like to call within our full final 5, a moment we rarely get, but it's still a crisis of fate. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Let's go ahead, let's do it. And as we proceed, it is... I don't see anybody dead yet, but there's gonna be some people dead down there. Sonya's still a good old zombie. Monokuma's got his fishing rod, catching, doing all the catching of the fish. Mikan plays around with their incorporeal body. Ooh, we lost just 1. Azuru's got that climate change remote. He says, I'm sick and tired of spring, literally sick. Kole knocks out Monokuma in a fist fight, put the duck call on them. Brian really doesn't want to, but finds himself having to go to Munakata. And just like that, as it stands right now, Munakata out. And not Kole, my bad. Azuru and Bronya both go on to the premiere. Will that stand though outside of revivals? I'm unsure. But it is indeed a terrible turnabout for Munakata. Outside of revivals, or outside of zombie victories, because Sonya is still in play. She could steal it from everyone at the very end. All she needs is really just one zombie KO or being the last zombie standing. Either of those things get her the zombie victory. Can she do it? I'm not sure, but it's still technically a crisis of fate. It's your final four. We only lost one soul. Who will it be? Let's proceed and we will see. Oh, we might have a ghost round. No, we don't have a ghost round, but we do kind of have a ghost round. Because, Himiko's gone, Munakata's gone, Bronya's found a table, Mikan found the corpse of Tinko, and now is possessing Tinko. Interestingly enough, and that brings us back up to 5. Munakata gets caught in one of Tinko's traps. Now all he can do is hope to be freed. Tinko finds some leather scraps. Azuru finds a shotgun. Sonya starts thinking about the damage she can do with her fiddling limbs. And Kole knocks out Tinko, and Kole's just been like, you get a death collar, you get a death collar. Kole, oh goodness gracious. Asunaro much, but Mikan perished. She was just a ghost, so, but she's technically still in, so we don't need to give her a terrible turnabout. She's still in the fight. She's still in the fight. As we go to the next round, we see Bronya not being in the fight. And technically because of that Tinko revival, she got kicked out, but somebody could bring her back, and we could have some shenanigans. There's a lot of shenanigans that could go on here, but Sonya's body continues to rot even as she continues to move. Azuru creeps up behind Bronya, shoots her point blank with a shotgun. Bronya's gone now. So is Asta. Still laying in the trap, Monokuma just lays there, sad, and dark energy swirls around Sampo's body. He's now back as a ghost. It's my worst nightmare. I don't actually hate Sampo. I like him a lot. But, you know who might not like Sampo? Someone who's getting a terrible turnabout for. Bronya. I like Bronya a lot, actually. Unfortunately, she's dead. But we have 4 people who aren't. So let's see how this goes. Next round, shall we? We shall. Monokuma's now bleeding out. Himiko's back as a ghost too. We're about to see some shenanigans, you guys. Sonya is fiddling with those withered limbs. Sampo misses me over to have dinner. Himiko's back as that ghost. Sampo is still there. We love to see him. And Azuru reloads the shotgun just in case Kole's hiding out somewhere. In our final 2, she's hiding out, it looks like, because Masaru's back as a ghost too. Monokuma dies from blood loss from the trap he was caught in. Jeez Louise. Azuru misses Christmas. Sets the arena climate change remote to December. It's now snowy in the arena. Sonya, her body continues to rot. Sampo plays around with his incorporeal body. Hook is dead, and Himiko kills Tinko through ghastly means. It is your final 2 after this terrible turnabout for Monokuma, Tinko. And we'll just double check real quick. I'm pretty sure it's just Kole, right? And Kole, who's just hiding out for some reason, not for nothing. And Azuru, right? Yeah. So in that case, who's it gonna be? The champion or the Forsaken one? The Forsaken Azuru. He has not had too many moments, but, well, you know what? He's had a lot of moments, and a lot of those moments have just been, oh my gosh, he's gone, and he's gone early. He's gotten a win since then, but not so much since that win. It was like a flash in the pan, a one-hit wonder. Will he change that all around today, or will it be the champion who's playing smart right now? I have no idea. But we're about to find out, aren't we? Because in this battle between Azuru, Kole, Izuru, both can't happen here, but neither sure can. And with so many ghosts and a zombie in play, we have to proceed because this might not end immediately. We might have a ways to go. I think we just had a ghost round. Oh my gosh. Oh my, wait a... Sampo has found the body of Hook, possesses it. Sampo is now in control of Hook's body, giving up his own incorporeal body. Azuru and Hook throw snowballs at each other. That's just adorable. Himiko misses being able to have dinner. Katoko's back as a ghost. Hook and Azuru have an ice skating competition. Hook absolutely dominates, earning a gold medal, and Sonya tackles Azuru to the ground, biting him, turning him into a zombie. As Masaru plays around with his incorporeal body, we are now down to 2. Again, but this time around, it is Kole and Hook in the shock of the century. Right now, outside of revivals, Hook, along with Sampo, possessing, and, technically Azuru. Because, you know, Ghost just kind of like hook onto somebody. Hook onto. Oh man, that was unintentional, but it is funny. But right now, we just have to keep going because Sampo didn't really die. He's still in the running. And as he's in the running, it does all end. And Azuru does get robbed at the very end. And the preseason princess does what she does best. Oh my gosh. Sonya's body continues to decompose as she continues to move. Azuru's now a zombie as well, but this doesn't end in zombie victory. It ends with Kole hiding in the shadows and getting another victory. As Katoko's found the corpse of Haruka, says it's so close to the end, all you need to do is not have anyone else perish. And so here's what happens. Azuru tries to get others to notice her, and you know who notices her? Hook, and pushes her right into an icy lake. Haruka freezes solid, and Himiko kills Hook through ghastly means, which means, at this point in time, we have Haruka possessed by Katoko. We have Hook possessed by Sampo. Which means all 4 of them technically go on to the Season 14 premiere. But that should not stop us from, after this terrible turnabout, recognizing Katoko, Haruka, Hook. Hook, line, and sinker. At the very end of the game, everything went nuts. Everything went crazy. And hiding out, watching everything from the background, she was your winner. That's wrong, I'm sorry. She's your winner. There we go. She was out. She got sick. But she's fought out of sickness before, and she's come back stronger than ever. And this time, she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play it smart. Get my name back on the board again. Let it be known I am your champion, my champion, your winner. Once again, every time she comes up, she's been doing well. Kole from Team Tortoise takes the win. What a crazy... when I saw so many ghosts, I was like, this is not going to be a clean ending at all. And it sure wasn't. Kole hiding from the ghost because apparently she's terrified, and the ghost wreak havoc. A possessed 2nd and 3rd place. Meaning Hook, being possessed by Sampo, they both go on. But also Haruka, who is the embodiment, the body rather, moves on, possessed by Katoko, who also moves on. So instead of just 2 people going on, we have 4 people going on to the premiere. Ghosts are crazy, man. Ghosts are wild. Which means, in addition to Hook, Sampo, Katoko, and Haruka, we now have them from yesterday joining Monica, and Monica joining Kole, our winner today. Monokuma, Sayaka, Juzo, Kurakuma, Nagisa, Chiaki, Sakura, Shuichi, Kori, and Komaru in what is bound to be a special Season 14 premiere. I'm excited for it. I know you guys are too. Especially with Hook in the fray. People are going to be rooting like crazy for Hook. Also, I guess I'm pretty much caught up to current Star Rail, so by the time that the season starts, I'll say, yeah, you know what? We'll introduce Star Rail into the fray of tag team action. Because usually every season we have, like, we finish one game or introduce one game. We haven't finished Engage. We're close to finishing Engage. We're real close, but we got to get the fell paralogs out of the way. We got, taking a little time. We got to see, all these supports, and, who welcome might, wed. A lot of things. But also, I guess we're getting close to finishing Persona 3. It's gonna be one of those, like, weird times, and I think it might be both of these series into the same time, and that's kind of, like, on the back of my mind, but I have, like, what I want to do next on both days, actually. Never mind. There's no stress at all. Azuru, he tried his hardest, 5 KOs. Juzo had 4, Akane also had 5, Mikon with 3, Kokichi with 3, Sushang with 2, Himiko with 2, and everyone else with 1 or less. There's no bracket to bring up, but I already went through who's going on. We got Hook, we got Sampo, we got Ruruka, and we got Kotoko. The preseason princess finds a way. After yesterday where we thought she'd found a way again. Who would have thunk? That preseason princess tag is real, apparently. Until next time. Once again, next week, leave it in the comments. What do you want to see? Also, OCs, enter them now because the Danganronpa returns. And I did say that we could announce a match tonight for Friday Night Inferno since we only have like 2 weeks from today. Wednesday we takes control again for Friday Night Inferno, so here. I'm trying to see which one I want to announce, but while I look it up, you guys can listen to a little bit of Fire, right? You know, y'all are here for it. Inferno, go ahead. It's such a banger of a song, why would I not play it for while I look this up? Yes. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we'll do this. Ooh, but do I want to do both of these? You know what, we'll do this. Ladies and gentlemen, as you saw, Kanji got bested over and over and over and over again. Decimated in chairs matches, but there was only one chairs match where someone came out, and that was in a match against the Gatekeeper. So in a non-title match, we will have the only defeated Kanji go up again against the undefeated Gatekeeper. One-on-one, title not on the line. But I'll tell you who's going to be watching that match closely. Mr. Golden Ticket Yosuke. If Kanji can do enough damage, who knows, Yosuke might sweep in there, cash in. That's something we always have to keep in mind. Or maybe someone will declare themselves the next challenger for the title, show up in the match. There's a lot of things that could happen. We're in 2K23, we got story building going on. We'll see what unfolds, so get excited for it. The completely defeated Kanji versus the undefeated Gatekeeper. What'll unfold? Probably Kanji losing, but you never know. And you know what? I'm not gonna say a word. There's some nutty things that could happen. And it will take place 2 weeks time, Friday Night Inferno. Get ready to burn brighter. Congratulations once again to Kole, our champion, co-champion, to Hook, to Sampo, to Ruruka, and to Kotoko going on to that premiere. And I'm going to do a lot of rendering because I'm out of town this weekend and pretty much everything's recorded except for Fire Emblem, and that's a tomorrow me problem. But for today me, toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.
Let me